One more time. I got a shark on my mug. Oh, what's cracking? How y'all doing, man? Look, sorry I didn't start on time, but you know how I do. Anyway, but it wasn't my fault. I was just backstage with Ryan from Wild Fish Tanks, and already talking to him backstage. This is going to be a good one, you guys. So once I bring him in, it's probably just going to kind of go from there. Monica Lynn, mod extraordinaire, thank you for coming in here. Mr. 3000, another mod extraordinaire. Make sure that you guys let me know if I'm missing anything, any questions that are any good questions that are going to be asked of my guest and everything else. We'll get that cracking. Elizabeth, Florida Fish Rescue, very good friend of the channel. Thank you for coming through. Alicia Davis was the first one here. Thank you for coming through. What's cracking? Yeah, man. So we about to get it. We got to get it started. You guys already know from my trailer teaser that who I have on here, Ryan, aka Lucky Schmuck from Wild Fish Tanks. He is backstage. He is the only fish tuber that is taller than me. So much respect to him there. I'm 6'4.5". I believe he's like 6'8", maybe. Um, Big Rich from Ohio Fish Rescue. Me and Big Rich look each other eye to eye. You know, he definitely has more hair than anybody. But other than that, I had to look up at somebody, and it was Ryan. I was like, man, this is crazy. I couldn't stand by him. Full disclosure, you guys, when I used to club in St. Louis, I used to be the tallest cat like in the club. So had no problems, walking through, looking for what I want to see all the way on the side of the club. In the event that there was somebody taller than me, I would go up to that person and I would say, listen, man, I'm going to be on this side of the club. You're going to have to stay on this side, okay? Because I can't be standing next to nobody taller than me. I have Napoleon complex, and I've never felt that before, all right? So whenever you decide to motivate over to my side of the club, then I will go back over to your side of the club. You just hit me with the eye, and we'll just cross paths, man. We don't have to be on the same side. I can't do it. I'll lose it. New local Austin was cracking with the Kraken. I love that. I love that. Drew, I lost all of my Julie Chromas. Oh no. Danny Weshy, man, he was at the ACA with me. He just lost all of his Julachromi. My car are blazing, man. I got the 6 of them are rocking in there. I don't know what they're doing besides unearthing all my plants that I spent a long time planting, but the 6 of them are over here chilling. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the other. I'm gonna have to attach the other camera so everybody can see what I got at the ACA. Dude, Danny, you're kind of like a extraordinary fish keeper. I can't imagine your Julachromis dying like that. That's crazy. Sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what's up. S1 was cracking. Peplin Creek was cracking. Muppet was cracking. Yeah, man, we got to get that. We got to get that together. Oh snap! And then my first super chat from Aquafunk Aquatics. Congratulations on getting monetized. I was just about to say that, man. Listen, everybody send $1 or $2 and see if it works. Just see if it works. Just to let you guys know, anything, I just got monetized today. I just turned it on. Appreciate it, Aqua. I will be making sure that I have something for those that do super chats and super stickers or whatever the case may be. If you decide to do membership, once that turns on, I've got some stuff in store for you guys on that end. But all my stuff is going to go to the classroom. We're starting up a new year. These kids haven't been in school for it seems like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So I definitely got some stuff popping I want to rock with. Danny Weshy coming in with $2 super chat. I appreciate it, man, for the fries on Friday. Hey, those were some good fries, man. Those were some good fries, straight up. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that I want to talk to. I really didn't think I was going to get into it like this without bringing on my guest, but he's waiting patiently in the back, and I'm gonna get him in here, and we can start talking some stuff. RB Geek Boy, Crystals, Pets, and Plants, thank you for coming through. But look, without any further ado, let me get Danny Weshy up here with his $2 on here. Right on. Diego, what's cracking? Without any further ado, the cat he's still the cat. He didn't have the black hat. You guys remember my slogan when I was first starting off, the cat with the black hat. All right. But much respect to Ryan from Wild Fish Tanks. Here he comes. And let's bring him in. Welcome, Ryan, a.k.a. Lucky Schmuck. What's cracking, my guy?
What's going on, Drew? How's it going, man?
Man, it's all gravy, baby. What's up with it? Peplin Creek with a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you. John McKenzie, thank you so much.
Congratulations, man. Dude. Seriously, congratulations.
Man, I appreciate it.
It's a grind, man. It's a grind. That feeling when it finally happens, man.
Man, it's something else. Like, as soon as it hit, I was like, wow.
That's a good feeling. How long ago did you apply before you actually got it? Did it take a while? Or
dude, I applied yesterday and it popped in today.
Damn.
They said it was they said it was going to take like 3 weeks. So I was just expected, I was so happy to get the thing like, hey, you are able to get monetized. And I thought that was it.
Yeah.
I did it. And they said, we're going to review your channel. Whoopty wop. I got an email today saying you're eligible for AdSense right now. I was like, what?
That's cool, dude. Yeah, usually it takes a little bit of time. So like a day, dude, that's sweet. That's really quick.
Dude, let me tell you, Aquafunk, when he's the first person that found me when I did my first video on YouTube. Okay. And he was telling me, he was like, man, your videos are cool, man, but you got Travis Scott Goosebumps playing at the intro. He said, I'm telling you, when you get monetized, it's not, it's gonna. I was like, man, I'll never get monetized. It'll take forever, man. I'm just trying to make some cool videos, have something everybody could bop to. Yeah. As soon as it did, it said, do you want to monetize all of them? I did, and I checked them.
Yeah.
That mug said ineligible.
Yeah. But hey, at least you switched at some point, though. For at least a little bit of while now, you have been doing that. So most of that catalog, but some of those early ones, they're not good, right?
Right.
Exactly. It's all good. Moving forward, you'll be good, and it'll all stack up.
Sure. Geek Boy with $20 super sticker. Dang, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Once I figure out how to do a little something, I've seen people kind of do a cut screen and make some thunder noises for you. I could definitely do it off my phone, and I definitely will. Stick around, and we'll get that cracking, man. I appreciate you all. Carrie's in here, Science Gal Aquatics. The ACA, we're going to talk about it, but I want to get with my guest here, Ryan, man. Look, for taking the time out and coming through on a Monday. I appreciate you. My first time meeting you was at Aquachella, Orlando.
Yeah, man.
And definitely was shocked to see how big you were.
Well, hey, let's talk about that. First off, hey, to Carrie, I met her for the first time too at Aquachella, Orlando. And thank you for having me, dude. It's my pleasure to be here. Yeah, it was funny. I got a few stories from Aquachella because people because I forget whose live stream you were on, or you were talking to John. I think it was you had John on. You guys to talk about some of the stories and how John
had me on. It was his live stream.
Yeah, well, John at Aquachella, John had you on, but then a couple weeks ago you had John on your show, and you guys were talking about how someone came up to you and thought that you were me. Well, I don't know if I told you this, but someone came up to me and thought that I was you from John's live stream.
Say word.
So, and Funk was there. Funk's in the chat. Funk can attest this because he was.
Oh, he did say something like that. Okay, how'd it go?
So real quick, so it was me, Funk, and I don't know if you know. I think his name was Paul from Nocturnal Aquatics. We were chilling outside of his booth, and some other guy came up. Some other. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or not, but guy was clearly a fan of the fish tube and all that stuff, and he must have watched John and Lisa's live stream with you on it like a day or two before. Before the convention started, right? So he comes up to me. He started talking about some stuff, and I thought he recognized me. So we're kind of talking. I'm smiling and listening, and I'm kind of like, wait a second, like it's not clicking in my head, like what he's talking about. He's talking about a live stream a day ago. I'm like, wait, what? And Funk's like on the side giggling because Funk understands what's going on, and Funk realizes that this dude thinks that I'm you. And then it clicks, and he goes, yeah, you were on John and Lisa's live stream. And I go, no, dude, that was freaking Biz. That was Drew. And he was like embarrassed, but it was, he wasn't the only one. I'm going to call him out too. Two big YouTubers thought that they had already met me because they had met you at Aquachella Chicago.
Really?
And they were like, oh, nice to meet you again. And that's Rob with Flip Aquatics and Tanner at Surfer Design. Both of them
really?
Like, no, we met at Chicago. And I was like, nah, that wasn't me. I wasn't at Chicago. That was Drew. So there's multiple people that confused us. Matter of fact, you know how John came into your live stream looking like you, dressed as you?
Yes.
I was going to do that, but people really would have got confused. So they really would have known the difference. But no, man, I had a blast.
Crazy.
I had a blast at Aquachella, dude. I really had a blast. It was fun meeting you and Kerry and everybody.
Man.
I'll forget everybody's name, but I had never met anybody. So except for Funk, I already met, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, it was a fun time, man. And I tell you, I was like, and you know what? I'm looking at you now, and we do have some definitive kind of features. You know what I'm saying? That we could, and we're both just tall, so people just. But you know what? I left with Funk and PB Aquatics to go check out this Arapaima breeding lab, and so I left the Aquachella, and it was like wow, because I just didn't think anybody would kind of like recognize me yet and stuff like that. So when I came back to hear you say that and hear him say that, I was like, man, I had some people. I came back and a young lady was like, oh my God, it's really you. I just watched. I was like, dang, this is crazy. But the lady that came up to me and was like, oh my God, it's you. You're the one that's running around Florida jumping in ponds and stuff. No, we ain't got no ponds in St. Louis.
Dude, that's funny, man. It was cool because there was some people, like I'd never been to, any place and be recognized or anything like that. So it was a couple people that came up to me and come to be recognized. It's fun, man. The most memorable experience probably was, and I actually had a chance to meet him and go to his house actually this past a week or two ago. He's a local guy, but this guy Dane and his girlfriend came up to me after the booth and they started quoting lines. I don't know if you watched it, but I don't know, 6 months ago I did a video dressed as like Ric Flair and I went collecting and I was acting all stupid. And they came up to me just quoting lines. And they didn't say, hey, they just walked up to me just quoting lines from the video. And I thought it was cool that they're like, yeah, we say this around the house sometimes. And I was like, it was like, oh man, that's super cool.
Man, it is really cool. It's, you know what? Like my whole life, I've always been who I am. I'm always loud, boisterous, always quick to greet people, and in any little social atmosphere, you can see me everywhere. And I had kind of lost that, adulting and getting through life, and doing all this and other. And this gives me a chance to bring that back out. And it's just so fun to be received by the people, you know what I'm saying? And have that fun, man. It's really fun and very cool. Very cool.
Heck yeah, man. It was awesome. Like I mentioned it, I did a little like Instagram kind of recap. I didn't post anything on YouTube yet about like Aquachella, but I did a little Instagram recap and I was talking about just how it was like my first time. And, the truth is I was a little anxious. Like, I never met you or John and Lisa or Primetime Aquatics and anybody. So it's like, here I am. And, I don't care what subscriber counts are. Like, I'm just a dude. Everyone's a dude. And I'm just like, it's kind of like high school, and you're kind of like, I'm just like, hey, I'm just like this dude that everybody else kind of knows each other. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
But as soon as I turned the corner and, you weren't there yet, but it was just like Jason and Katie Tropicals and and it was just like, open arms, and it was just like awesome. It was like automatically just super cool. Had dinner that first night and got a chance to meet you and a few other, I know Mainstails, First Fins, like families, and just it was awesome. It was this cool, wholesome experience. I'm not gonna get a chance to get to Chicago, unfortunately.
Okay.
You are, right? Hopefully, because it's close. It's not that bad for you, right?
It is close. I might. We'll just have to see. I got a couple of things going down, so I'm hoping that I can. So we will definitely. It's definitely on my mind and wanting to rock out. So yeah, but we'll definitely see. It was 105 here in St. Louis. That Florida heat sucks, bro.
I heard you mention it a few times, like getting smacked in the face with the humidity.
Oh my God.
I remember because I grew up in New York, but I mean I've lived down here for like 12 years now. But I remember when I used to come and visit all the time. Like you get off that plane and it's just like literal. You can feel like the thickness in the air, the humidity, just like it's like nothing else.
Yes, nice.
It actually hasn't been that hot I mean, it's been hot down here, like 90 pretty much every day.
Sure.
But some parts of the country, I know the past couple of months have been like on fire. And
Yeah.
we've been lucky. I say lucky, but we've been lucky that it's been like high 80s, maybe 90, 92. But it really hasn't been like scorching.
Yeah. At the ACA, Danikin Aquatics came from Portland, Oregon, and all his Portlandites, I guess, or the Portlandias, I don't know what they call it. But he was coming down. He's like, "Oh my God, man, it's sweltering here in St. Louis. How do you do it?" I was like, "Listen, man, you just got to maintain, man. Oregon is a whole different something, man. Down here, this Midwest heat is crazy." I said, "But go on ahead to Florida next time and see how you feel."
Yeah, the humidity is something else because like when it rains, like it just steams and it's like it doesn't feel good. Like there's no relief when it rains. It just gets nasty.
Yes, seriously. Well, let's jump into you now, Ryan. Everybody kind of knows you for, wild and crazy fish collecting, jumping in lakes, getting these wild caught fish all through Florida. How many have you been on?
Shoot, I don't really know. It's probably not as many as you think.
Okay, all right.
And I haven't. I mean, I definitely got a chance, especially earlier this year. I really got a chance to explore some cooler spots, and a big thanks to a young man named Zane. He's a species.spotlight on Instagram, but he has shown me kind of. I've done a lot of like ditch, just like off the side of the road ditch scooping and netting, and I found a lot of cool stuff. And I've explored a little bit in different lakes. But earlier this year, Zane kind of really showed me different, like, hike back a little bit, little nooks and crannies and his secret spots, and been able to really kind of find some new species and get a little more comfortable, get a little crazier. So it's been fun. But I'd say a couple dozen times. I mean, I said maybe that sounds crazy because I know a lot of times everyone else, like, you don't have the opportunity to go out to your backyard like I do. So sure. I think I do take it for granted. I try not to. But yeah, at least a couple dozen times for sure.
Dude, yeah. Everybody since I've been doing the Hotspot live stream, have not been on any fish collecting trips. Even that goes with John, Jason, some of the bigger heads that, you kind of think like, man. So like when I'm talking to you and I see you doing it, man, like, it's like, dude, it just seems like so much fun.
No, that's a good reminder, dude. I appreciate that. I mean, I got to be kind of like, just, it's like, yeah, it's true. I have that ability to do that at any given time, and I can lose sight of that. And yeah, it's great. Yeah, maybe it's just Florida, but I've heard multiple people on different podcasts and stuff like that say that, of course, I'd love to travel the world. There's no replacing going to the Amazon or going to collecting in Lake Tanganyika or something. But in terms of like the diversity and amount of cool, crazy stuff you can find, a lot of these people that have traveled all over the place say that Florida, if there's one spot you can go to just kind of just see a bunch of cool different stuff and whatever, Florida's pretty much it. There's so many cool different things. Unfortunately, some of them are like invasive, whatever. But Florida's got a lot of freaking fish.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, Funk, I know you got to take care of your sick kiddo. So I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thanks a lot, bro. And hope she gets better soon. Yeah. So I was looking at your last video. You went in there and found a championship guppy. That thing, is it called championship?
Yeah, you talk about that's what I went to this guy's fish room, the championship show guppies.
Show guppy,
yeah. I went down to his fish room this past week, got some guppies from him, dude. Next level kind of stuff. Next level.
I thought that was in. You know how the thumbnail I got up? It's a picture of you in the. I thought that was your tub that you had looked at that guppy in, but no, you said it was where you were at.
Oh well, yeah, no, that was my tub. I had just got those guppies. Those are the guppies I just purchased from him. So I went down. He lives in Sebring, Florida, which is kind of like the middle of Florida, like an hour and a half from me. So I went and drove down to see his fish room, filmed the tour, and got some guppies from him, some American purple guppies that he's bred for years. And that was me. I got 2 pairs, and I brought them back, and that was me acclimating them in my tub, in my fish room, in the fish cave. And while I was acclimating them, they started dropping and having babies.
Right. I saw those. I was like, man, already, this is crazy. and I can't get a guppy to save my life. It's crazy.
But believe it or not, dude, like there's this guy local. I used to get these guppies like 3 years ago, from this local guy, Guppy John, I call him, and he had these awesome guppies. I'd get them from him, and they would just fall apart on me, and I couldn't freaking breed them. I couldn't get them going. And then I got a few different strains, and even to this day, like there's some strains that you bring in that just don't do well in your water. So it could just be like a bad strain or something, dude.
Right. And I heard that St. Louis has been getting some bad strains of some fish, so that's what hopefully I could chalk it up to that. Real quick, I want to say out of Roland Holtz, man, awesome guy that came from the ACA, came down from Portland. This guy has done a lot of stuff, man. Older gentleman, man, has a nice handlebar mustache, looks like a Hulk Hogan mustache.
Heck yeah.
And he swam with whale sharks. He looked a blue whale right in the blowhole, all kinds of stuff. Very cool, man. He had some stories. Roland, I appreciate you, man, for everything at the ACA.
Hold on. Actually, I want to stick. I don't know Roland, but like big shout out to him and that. I think local fish friends and meeting people. I'm a big guy of like fish, like people in the hobby. And this gentleman that I was at championship show guppies, another older gentleman, 72, 73 years old, guy who's keeping fish for 60 plus years. This guy's in like the IFGA Hall of Fame. Like all he does is guppies. So if you're not into guppies, you may think like, oh, I got nothing to learn. The stories and knowledge this guy, forget about guppies. The stories and knowledge this guy has, it's incredible. And it sounds like Roland is another gentleman that is on that same level of just so much knowledge. And I think that it's important that these individuals, these older gentlemen and ladies that have been in the hobby for decades, it's awesome to be able to just soak in the knowledge from them.
Seriously.
You can't get anywhere else like that. Those personal experiences and stuff like that.
Hey, I'm all about giving people their flowers while they're still here. Straight up. That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. I asked everybody, man, how did you get actually started in the hobby?
So I kept fish as a kid a little bit. Like I had these 2 goldfish as a kid. Had like I think it was like a 20 gallon. This is like from memory, 20 or 29 gallon kind of community tank that had like a bala shark and that kind of deal. But I never really got into it as a kid too much. That tank kind of like faded after, I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, who knows. And then a couple of years ago, I say a couple of years, maybe it's like 6 years ago now, like 2015, me and my buddy were going to do tilapia. We're going to try to breed tilapia. And that didn't work out. But then I was like, I can still do I can set up a fish tank though. And then I started with 1 tank and then, the multi-tank addiction sets in and boom. He said it, Roland, not me.
He's a spry older guy, man. He's older than me, so I respect. But yeah, man. So, all right. So that's what got you started, and then what was the very first tank that you had when you started off?
Yeah. So when I really got back into the hobby a couple of years back, my goal was I really wanted a planted Mbuna tank. So I had a 55 gallon tank in my living room, and my goal was to have, like, I'm a planter, so I had it all planned out in lists and stuff like that. And it was like different species, and I wanted Mbuna, and I wanted like planted aquarium, like Java fern and stuff like that, which kind of sort of worked out. And I ended up just going with no plants after a while, but it was actually an Mbuna tank.
That's what's up. And quickly learned about Mbunas and their aggressive nature, huh?
Yeah, I was good for a while, but like most people, like I was like, I got this, and then after like 6 months or whatever, like freaking they start maturing and Thunderdome takes over, and you got like, oh, it's a dead fish. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, another dead fish. What happened? But no, I lost a couple, and I didn't have too much aggression, but I did lose like 2 or 3 fish from aggression, I believe, and I ended up rehoming those fish after like a year and a half. But that's a tank that I miss, man. That's a tank that, like the activity in that tank, of just all the motion and the color, I don't have anything like that right now. So I miss that.
Man, let me tell you something. When I first had my first fish tank set up in the classroom, before I had even did YouTube, before I started, I'm getting a small echo. Do you have this YouTube on somewhere else on your end?
Yeah, but it's totally muted though. I have it on my iPad. It's totally muted. I can turn
okay. All right. Cool. Is it me then? Am I watching me? Watching me talk to me? Okay. So um I, I was just buying, you go to Petco and you buy fish.
Yeah.
And I was buying all in booths. And I would just see them chase each other, run around this, that, and other, and the students loved it, right? And this is before I kind of like looked it up and everything else. I just, when I do a classroom, all the lady teachers, and it's heavy females, and they make everything beautiful, and they beautify it with posters, and they got all these vibrant colors. I'm not beautiful. I can't beautify that. I got a fish tank. It's a 70. It was a 55-gallon, and I just noticed all the kids gravitated towards it, and they were asking me questions. And I had one young lady said, "Hey, Mr. Clark, can I feed your fish?" I was like, I'm thinking, yeah, you must have a fish tank. Go ahead. She grabbed the food and just blopped it. I was like, oh, why don't you know anything? And when a student dared me to get on YouTube and say, man, Mr. Clark, what can you do on YouTube that anybody be interested in? And I couldn't think of anything. And I was like, and then when I started answering questions, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do something like that, because these kids ask some of the simplest questions, and you kind of lose track of that when you first get into it and you start learning how to do it and stuff like that. You want to make all these exciting videos and all this different stuff, and you take for granted that we know, progressing through the hobby about how to feed and stuff like that. And for those students that want to know, they need videos where it's kind of like really, beginner.
Yeah,
So
the rudimentary stuff. Yeah, the basic stuff. Yeah, entry level.
and that's what just kind of got me rolling with it. So
that's cool, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was
Yeah.
like the origin story. That's pretty sweet, though.
Yeah, man, it was a dare. It was a dare. A student wanted me to look at his YouTube channel because he was rapping. I looked at it for like 2 minutes. I was like, yeah, man, this is trash. I used to rap in high school, and I was way better than this. It's like, well, what can you do?
That's funny, dude.
I don't know.
You have to share some old school. I used to rap in high school a little bit too. I was terrible, man. Me and my friends had a little rap group. We put out like a little fake album. Had it around.
Okay. All right. Me and when you see Mr. 3000 in there, he's he can rock. He can rock, man. We had some good times, man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm terrible. I put out a few. I've done I did an Old Town Road remix like 2 years ago, whenever that was like hot. I never released it though. I have it private on my channel. It's like 2 or 3 songs I made just for fun and never released. It's private on my channel.
Yeah, I actually did 2 little when I redid Old Town Road, and I called it Old Fish Hole. And I had a cowboy hat and everything, did the whole yeehaw, and I'm taking my fish down this old fish hole, and it's gonna swim till it can't no more. That whole thing. I got the cichlets in the back, all of that stuff. So, but yeah, and just a little fun stuff. So very cool, Ryan, man. Look, this is great. This is great.
What's up, Ed? I see Chattanooga Ed there. What's up? It's good to meet him. The whole Tennessee Mafia. Chattanooga Ed, and Fishroom Fever. Also, James Fishroom Fever.
Oh man, talk to Fishroom Fever for me.
Yeah, I had dinner with them first night. It was fun, man.
Susan LC for the 49 for the 499 super chat. Thank you so much. Definitely will all go to the classroom. I can't wait to get this thing together, man. I'm trying to blow it out when they first get to the school, man. I have a whole week to get it started. So I'm going in there tomorrow early just so I can get things together. This is going to be great. And I can't wait to show you some of the stuff I got from the ACA too.
When do you go back? When does school start?
Well, I did summer school. That ended like a week and a half ago. And I go back, all teachers go back August the 11th.
Okay.
August the 11th. And Aquafunk, I thought you were gone, man. Don't you disrespect me, man. Biz twerked on the devil. So, as hot as it is. And I recommended starter fish for all of my students that I love asking people who are in the hobby, because you've dealt with so many fish. And for so many years, your starter fish could change. But what do you recommend a good starter fish is?
Oof. What's a good starter fish? I'm gonna go with the cherry barb. I'm gonna go with the cherry barb because it's a fish that you can find at most local fish stores or at at Petco, PetSmart, wherever. You can find it anywhere. It's fairly cheap. It's a barb, but if you're really into breeding, it can breed in a planted tank, something like that. It's pretty easy. It can breed. It's got sexual dimorphism, so you get kind of like 2 in 1, like a brown and a red. And the males that are red, they get really, really red.
Sweet.
And you don't have to get overwhelmed. So like even if you do get them to breed, you shouldn't get overwhelmed. Like if you have really a lot of success with guppies or platies, you could have thousands, hundreds, whatever. But with the cherry barbs, you shouldn't have that many, even if you have like good success.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Rocco comes in with some black neon tetras. I do love those. Susan comes in with the pepper corridor for egg laying and spawning behavior. And I definitely will have some of those, and I hopefully can catch them in action. So maybe the students will be able to see some stuff like that. That'd be dope. Monica Lynn, my mod extraordinaire, likes cherry barbs. Now, haven't had that answer for a starter fish. This is great. That's great.
I'll give you the peek behind why I mentioned that. There's I've been going to my local fish store, and they brought in some cherry barbs, and they've been sitting there for like 2 or 3 weeks now. And it's like one of those fish. I don't know about you, but when I go to my local fish stores, I'll do the rounds every once in a while, and I'll see some shit like, oh, that's been there for a while, looking good. It's nice and healthy, nice and chunky now. Like I know it's been. I mean, I'm not gonna buy an unhealthy fish anyway. It's like a fish been sitting there for a while, and I haven't had the cherry barbs in a while. And I know they're kind of like a basic fish, but man, I've been looking at them, and I'm like, man, if they're there next time I go in there, I might scoop up some because they're just the males are so red, dude.
Yeah, that's and I love color because that's the first eye-catching thing that students see and that people see, really. Why I'm a real big fan of OB peacocks. They just, you never know what colors they could be, and they just have these brilliant colors. I love a beautiful dragon blood cichlid, outstanding color popping. And Fish Tropic, dude, I'd rather you call me Black Jesus. You stuck in with this Joanna, man. What is up? Oh man. What is your recent rookie mistake? I mean, we all are experienced, but what would be a recent rookie mistake? Thank you, Danny.
I must have I know I screw up all the time, almost every freaking day. Let's see. I thought I had the Japanese rice fish down to a science. I've been much better at it, but I figured out a way to end up spoiling a bunch of those eggs. I know that's like a rookie mistake. I guess that. I mean, leaving the light on. No. Okay, no. True rookie mistake. Here we go. Here's a true rookie mistake.
Let's get it.
The automatic timer went out on one of my racks. Okay, and I was like, I'll get to that. Like I'll get to that, and I put it off. And 2 or 3 days went by, and I left the light on for like 2 or 3 days straight on one of the rack systems. Rookie mistake. You got to get a timer on your fish tank, whether it's one or a multiple. And if it goes out, if your automatic timer goes out, you got to get another one or put something else there because that's a rookie mistake to let a light on for 3 days straight.
Oh yeah, facts. I tell you one of mine. I was actually transporting some fish from my house to the classroom, and I usually, when I'm starting off, I had just started using the Fritz starter quick water conditioner dilly deal.
Yeah.
And I was out of it. So I went and got some API quick start.
Okay.
Trying to quickly go ahead and pour that in with the new water, thinking that we were good. Neglected to think that that's not water conditioner. That's just quick start bacteria. So did not put the prime in and had some of my beautiful dragon blood peacocks. And I went downstairs and was talking to a couple of coworkers. I come back upstairs and they're going crazy and just wilding out. And I'm like, what? What's wrong? What happened? And then I just looked around and was like, No, thank God. I mean, I didn't have a tank full, but still, I had those fish already, and it takes so long for my Africans to grow, um, because I don't feed every day, and I do my water changes, but the more you do
Oh yeah,
that,
they're not quick growers. Yeah.
yeah. So for them to already be like maybe 5 inches, 6 inches, I'm like, man, this sucks. So I was able to kind of save a couple, but rookie mistake, bro. You got to
Yeah.
take the time. You can't be doing a lot of different stuff, man. You think you got it.
No, I've done that before. It's been a little bit. I mean, at least a couple, like maybe close to a year since I've done that. But I've done that a few times where I've done like a water change and either forgot the water conditioner for whatever reason, or not enough, or the temperature was off too much, and you kind of doing some things. You come back and you're like, "What the heck? Why are all the fish going crazy?" And you're trying to save them, and you're adding caloric conditioner, but it's just like, you know, and I know it. Sometimes when a fish is already past the point, like you try your best, but sometimes it's just too far gone.
Fish Tropic, true rookie mistake, taking all of your fish from your fish tank to clean it.
Oof.
I just got asked this question from my cousin that has his tank going, and I told him, I said, "Yo, you do the filter one week, then you do the substrate another week. You don't never take all of your good bacteria out in the same day and rinse it and wash it clean. Like, no, that's a no. So yeah, definitely. Aquafunk says I put a 60 I put a 60 fish in a quarantine tank with no lid, and the dang thing jumped out the next day and died.
I tell people this: even if a fish is not
$60
known,
fish.
even if a fish is not known for being like a jumper, or $60 fish, oof, dude.
That
Even if
sucks.
even if a fish is not known for being a jumper, like bristlenose plecos, I tell people like you got to cover that tank, especially like after a fresh move. Like I've had bristlenose plecos even jump out of tanks, and it's been like that first night after you move them into a new tank. So even if a fish is not known for jumping, cover that tank. You just moved them, man. Cover it.
Seriously, yeah. And they were just warning me about these blue Acara, and so I tried to make sure that I lidded it up and put the light on the back half that's not lit up, and because I had them in the bag. I've never dealt with blue Acara before, and they were jumping to the height of the bag, and the water was already like a slither in. The bag was huge. I was like, man, these things are, man, they jumping already. Yeah, it's a big deal. All right. Rookie mistakes we have. Now, give me your biggest tank disaster that you can remember.
Oof. Oh, biggest tank disaster. I'm gonna go before like fish tube, before wild fish tanks, before the fish cave. Back when I was keeping tilapia, I had tilapia grow outs. I think it was a 29-gallon tank of tilapia grow outs, and I must have had like 50 little babies. They weren't like, I mean, they weren't huge, but they were at least like an inch. And I no way should have had that many fish in that tank. I had it overfiltrated, but I forget exactly, like the pump went out or something cut out. And within like 2 or 3 hours, the whole tank was just like dead, smelled like rotten fish. It was the garage smelled disgusting for a week. This is when I only had I had IBC totes and a few tanks in there. But yeah, I was way too many fish in that 29-gallon. And as soon as the air went out, they had no chance. Like it was over with.
Disaster, baby. God.
Bad.
Oh my God. Those type of things, they just suck. uh what would you say to your 25-year-old self?
Sheesh. 25-year-old Ryan. I was just moving out of Florida. I'd say, hey man, go pick up a dip net. Don't wait 8 years. Pick up a dip net when you first moved out of Florida. No, I don't know. I'd say, I mean, yeah, that's like the fun. I don't want to get like too serious, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I do wish I would have found collecting and stuff a little sooner. Like, I mean, if I was 25, it was right about when I just moved down to Florida, like 23, I think 24.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would have picked up a dip net and found that, it was like 6, 7, 8 years earlier, would have been pretty cool. But other than that, just kind of, I'll get serious for a second. Like 25-year-old Ryan to now I'm 35. In the last 10 years, I realized like how important relationships are with people, and just making memories, because people aren't going to be around forever.
Sure.
And I think at 25, not that I've really learned that now at 35, But that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of focusing on the people in the hobby and some of the old farts that, you know, are going to be around for a while. But
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be an old fart eventually. I want someone else to kind of tell my story. So I want to tell stories of, you know, the people that maybe don't have YouTube right now and get some of those out there in the fish keeping hobby.
That's real talk. Aquafunk, thank you again, my friend. Yeah, that's real talk, man. I'm ready to do the thing, but I do want to kind of show off a little stuff from the ACA
Let's do it. Show it
quick,
off.
and then we'll you already know what time it is. The chat already knows what time it is. All right, first thing, you get your ACA, American Cichlid Association, and it is lined so that you can, keep things cool or keep things warm, whichever way it is. And that came with goodies. And I'm gonna pull these goodies out because these are going to be it's a huge bag with all the sponsors, right? ZoomEd, of course, is a huge sponsor for it. But I am going to keep this bag filled for my channel members, and we are going to have giveaways monthly for my channel members. So once my membership pops up, that's what we're going to end up doing. And as we get it going, it's gonna get bigger and better. So they gave you a bunch of cool stuff. I have a can of blood worms. These blue acara love the blood worms. My African cichlids love the blood worms. I have never used this, but everybody swears by the. Have you used spirulina?
I've used foods with the spirulina or spirulina in it, but I've never used that one before.
Okay.
But I think any food within it is good though, and clearly that food's got a lot of it in it.
Yeah, and it's pretty big too. You get a floating fish clip, which I think it seems pretty cool, especially if you're going to get footage of them, eating and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. Pleco disc, the banquet block.
Yeah, that's good for keeping like extra calcium in your water too, to keep the hardness up. Was this your first ACA?
This is, or this was, yeah. Yep. Can of Cyclops. I've never dealt.
Are those freeze dried foods, or what's the what form of they're not frozen, right? What are they? What's the?
They are. Let's see, cooked in the can to lock in the nutrients. Excellent for fry and small aquarium fish. So the instructions are prepared for fried fish with small mouths, feed daily. How much can be eaten in 5-minute period? Refrigerate after opening.
Okay, so it's not freeze dried. It's probably just probably just kind of like
ready, good to go, huh?
Yeah, just like
use within 1 week or freeze.
Okay.
Yeah,
but that's good. It's like fresh stuff.
Cool. Yep. Cano shrimp.
Okay. I've never seen this line of foods before. It's interesting.
Yeah, from ZoomEd. So I will not. I guess I won't be giving these away because they got to be gone in a week.
Well, I think after you open them, though, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Yep. After you open them. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They had all of this Aquapure instant water conditioner. Now, what they had is they had these nice rimless tank setups all throughout the whole venue, and they had a bottle of this on top of each of them. And this must be what they've been putting in there to make the water instant water conditioner.
Okay.
So very good.
Never have enough of that stuff.
Yeah, seriously, especially when you're going to the classroom to set up tanks. And that is it for the bag of stuff for right now. But like I said, I will be periodically going and getting this bag filled for those giveaways. What I did purchase, and Roland is still in the chat, and he was showing me all about this thing. sponge filter.
Okay.
This is going to go in. This is huge.
Is that a DIY one or something? I've never seen that before. It's like,
yes,
but it looks crisp for like it looks very. It looks DIY, but it looks like someone did it like professional DIY.
yes. I got it from God. I had his card. Roland, if you are still in the chat, can you please put the name of the guy if you remember? Very cool gentleman, man. It's a coarse block. Under the bottom is a ceramic towel to hold it down.
Weight it down. Heck yeah.
Look at this.
Is that like PVC?
Yes.
Oh.
And you put the hose there.
Right there.
And guess what? It has an extend on it, but it also has.
Okay.
And what it does is it'll suck in through here, and the water will pour out. The amount of water that comes out of this is ridiculous. And it's long enough for me to pull it up. And in my 75 gallon, if I had another media right here, it would pour over that media and give it extra filtration. It would be out of the water. It'd be out of the tank.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you could even put like like whatever cotton, like the polyfill. You can do
Polyfill.
a micro type media there. Yeah.
Dude,
that's pretty dope. No, man. Whoever made that clearly put some thought into it.
Seriously,
a hobbyist.
Be looking for super clear tanks from Fishy Biz Aquatics. I got 2 of those for my 75 gallon, and then I've got 3 more for my smaller fish tanks. They could come in coarse, medium, and of course not so coarse, so that if you put it in smaller tanks, smaller fish, it doesn't just suck all the food right and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big deal for me, which was great. I bought they had $1 gallon sale for the tanks that they didn't want to pack them up, so I got 2 10-gallon tanks for the classroom already. And then I got in the auction, and I got these beautiful. I got 6 blue Acara, and I believe total I paid maybe $40 for them at the auction. I got a bag for like $25, and then another bag for like $20, so like $45. I'm gonna flip cams here and see if I can show you guys a little bit of that action. All right, let's see. Give me a second here. Is it? Okay. So they're back here playing behind this Mopani wood, but get this up here a little bit so I can move it. Now they told me that they will mate for life, so just stick them all in here and see how they do. But yeah, man, they're in there.
Yeah, they look a good size already.
Yep.
They're not like itty bitty.
Right. And there's a Colombiana red blue tetra there.
Already got some color to them and stuff.
Yeah. That's my Farewella catfish. Man, they are so cool.
That is cool, man. I never kept them before. You said you got 2 of those guys in there?
I do. There's a second one there. If you can see them there. Yeah. Then there's my X-ray tetra and my Harlequin rasboras. And then if I zoom kind of out here, it's kind of like my whole little thing I got going there. Got some Manubis in there. Got some Java Fern in there. Got an AR Mini plant in there. But they've been doing really well, man. But I've never had a blue Acara, and like I said, I wanted to put some discus in this tank. But with these guys in here, Funk said I could still do discus in here with them. But I don't know. I might want to do some angels instead.
You think would they bother the discus or what? I don't know. I don't really know. I never.
He said they're pretty peaceful. They could go semi-aggressive sometimes, or they could go all the way peaceful. So he said they're a very good fish to that could go both ways.
Okay, so it could work out, but there's a little bit of a risk.
Right.
It might not be worth it with the discus. Obviously, not a cheap fish. Might not be.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how they act. But yeah, I got those guys there, man, and it was super cool to get those guys in that auction. Got some plants also, but won't bug you guys with that. But yeah, man, so very excited about that.
I think you did good, man. I love auctions, dude. Sounds like you did really well.
And Danny Weshy, he was there at the ACA. Shout out to Danny Weshy and his channel. The discus and a car might fight over territory and spawning location, which sounds about right. Mile High Freshwater was cracking. Thank you for coming through. Well, Busy Fish Chat. I guess you guys already know what it is. Can someone please tell Mr. Ryan what he's in for? Someone put it in the chat, and you know what's going to happen once you put it in the chat. It's time to get it popping. It's time to get it cracking. You already know what it is. Thank you, Science Gal. Well, Ryan of Wild Fish Tank, Danny Weshy has said it, and that means it must be time for the hot spot, baby. We're going to put Ryan.
I got to drink some water to cool off.
Welcome to the hot spot, the hottest spot on YouTube Monday nights. You decided to join me here, so it is your fault. This is what you get, and now you're in for it. Look at you. You know. I love it when people get ready for the hot spot. Oh my God, it's the hot spot, baby, and that's what it is. Fishy Biz Aquatics and Wild Fish Tanks is going to be a crazy one. And there's a lot of live streams on Monday, but this is going to be your favorite one. And guess what, y'all? I ain't going to play with them. Let's go. Here we go, baby. The first thing is very simple. It's just your faves. You don't even have to think about it because it's your favorites. All right? So here we go. In no particular order, what's your favorite place to buy fish?
Oof. Aquabid.
Aquabid, very nice, very nice. Actually, that's a first one, isn't it?
Because I'm at the point where very rarely can I walk into a store and be like, "Ooh, that's the fish I wanted." I'm kind of like I plan things out a lot and have like lists, like I said earlier. So like I want this, I want that. I recently got some of those honeycomb plecos, the Wobbin Munster, and I've been wanting them for like over a year. And you can't just like go get them anywhere really. So I was able to find them on Aquabid, and yeah. I enjoy Aquabid a lot.
Very nice. Great answer. Favorite substrate?
I'll go bare bottom.
Okay.
Is that allowed? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. All right. Favorite filtration?
Sponge filters.
Okay. All right.
Cheap.
And yeah. Especially if you're going bare bottom.
Yeah.
I can imagine you going bare bottom because you jump up in lakes and find fish. You're going to throw them in. Give me two fish that are enemies.
Two fish that are enemies. Let's go.
Should never be together.
Frontosa and Cyprochromis, because in the wild, Frontosa eat the Cyprochromis. That's like literally their food.
Okay, there it is. Give me two fishy friends. You can put them together anywhere, anytime.
I'll go with Guppies and bristlenose plecos.
Okay, all right. I got a question about these bristlenose plecos. John hates me because I don't like Oscars because I think they're ugly as hell when they grow up and get adult. It's just the eye is just ridiculous. I don't like the bristlenose. I think the stuff just coming out and just is weird as hell.
You and Funk are like that, man. You and Funk are in the same.
Okay.
Stick with the females. You get the females, or you can go with like I guess a rubber lip stays kind of small, doesn't get the bristles.
Okay.
I think it's awesome, dude, to see the freaking long. When you see one guy with he's got like 4 or 5 different little like.
Oh my God, it's
because
so
you know that thing is like ancient, man.
It's weird as hell, and I'm definitely getting some for the classroom because these kids have got to see the weirdness. They got to.
I think they'll like it, dude. They'll like it,
man. Your very favorite tank size?
I'm gonna go with this is kind of. Oh man, what is it? It's a 60 or a 65, but not the one you have. You don't talk about like the 3-foot long tank. It's like 3 feet long, and it's like 18 inches front to back, and it's like as tall as like a 40 breeder, I think. But I think it's perfect. It's like a 65-gallon, 3-foot long tank, and I think it's great for like anyone's living room or something like that. And I think you can do a lot of stuff in there.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, I'm with it.
I just imagine you going bare bottom.
What is your, and you've been in fish keeping for a long time, so I have to ask this. John was like, you better not ask me this question. Sorry, John, you've been in fish keeping a long time. Your favorite could change. What's your favorite fish?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say my favorite fish right now, as it stands, is Medaka, Japanese rice fish. I just got a book in the mail and then the other day that I just started reading, and I think it's cool. There's a lot of history there, and there's a lot of different colors like guppies, and there's also a fish that it's not really prevalent in the United States. It's been more popular the last couple of years, but I still think it's like that, beginning of people starting to explore the fish. And I think it's a fish.
I didn't get a chance to see them up close, but I know you had some in there because you had some very red cherry shrimp in that same pond or pool that you put your hand in. You was like, there's some Japanese rice fish right there, and I'm see if I can see another one. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a few different color varieties, stuff like that. And what's cool about them is they can take it really cold, really hot. So someone says, "Oh man, rice fish are so expensive, can't find them anywhere." Mile High Freshwater, I'm not sure where you're at. You could look. I know not everyone is like comfortable buying online. If you look on eBay or Aquabid, they're definitely there. You could find like the platinum or the Miyuki strains available, and some oranges. They are kind of expensive. Like you're probably close to $10 a fish, so it's possible. Did Wild Fish Tanks get some bristlenose from Mike's? Heck yeah, I did. I got some longfin calicos. I got some fish from him a while back, but I got some longfin calicos from him at Aquachella. I got like 6 juveniles grow out, and I got 1 male that actually I bred to one of my females. Got the babies growing out, so I already had success with one of the fish I got from Mike Sicklets. So
very good. Back to the spot. What's your favorite bottom feeder?
Bristlenose pleco.
Okay. All right. Favorite dessert? Let's take a turn.
Ooh, favorite dessert. Oh, I'm gonna go with ice cream. Ice cream, like just a really like vanilla ice cream with the beans in it, like old school, like Breyers with the little dots. That with like some warm apple pie, dude. Can't beat it.
Very nice. Favorite breakfast food?
Biscuits and sausage gravy. You can't find it in New York. And when I was growing up in New York, every time we'd come to Florida to visit family, I had to get biscuits and sausage gravy because you could find it in Florida. You could never have it in New York. And it was always like that thing I always look forward to.
Fish Tropic says parfait and red velvet cheesecake. Parfait, of course.
Good choices.
Favorite soft drink?
Back in the day, it used to be Mountain Dew, but I don't really drink soda anymore. I quit soda. Now I just eat a lot of carbohydrates and all that kind of stuff, and then I just drink water so I can eat all my calories instead.
I don't know why you buy calicos because your calico plecos are the best I've ever seen.
Because they were long fin.
Okay. All right.
So thank
you. Mellow. Favorite shoe ever?
Oh man, I'm not a big shoe guy, so I would just say the shoes I just picked up for the fish room. They're like some basic. I think they're Fila. They're like some $20 Fila no slip shoes that I picked up for the fish room, and I love them because I have like not that I don't have like expensive shoes, but I would be using like my decent shoes in the fish room. I get them wet. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, so right. I finally like, let me buy some cheap shoes that are like, these are my fish room shoes. So I'm gonna go with those Fila no slip specials.
Okay, all right. Favorite fast food joint?
Oh man, see this is where I have this is like fat. I'm a fat kid, man. I'm a fat kid. This is like
that works.
This is tough. I'm gonna have to go with Checkers. It's like it's called like Rallies.
It's Rallies, yeah.
Stuff like, yeah. It's Checkers might be, but it's Rallies some other places.
I love it. I do. I almost was there today.
Fries, man. Fries are so good.
Yeah, you know what? They had to redo the fries. Because at first they started to suck, just like Domino's Pizza started to suck, and they just had to revamp. People were just giving them bad reviews around here, and so they revamped it. Domino's is a lot better. And now, if Rallies doesn't give you nice, hot, crispy fries, they give them to you free, like a coupon, and they'll redo them for you because just, you got to keep it going because that's a staple. People come to Rallies for the fries.
Yeah, that's like what they're known for, as far as I know.
For sure. For sure. What's your favorite restaurant to sit down and eat in?
Oof. Let's go with nice steakhouse. Like there's a chain. I think it's a chain. It's called Fleming's, like expensive steakhouse.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a while, but it's a really nice place to
Sure.
go.
Yeah. Favorite holiday?
Let's see. It's a toss up between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah,
I'll go with Thanksgiving. I'll go with Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I like to talk about. I'm not a hater of many things, but Halloween is like my least favorite holiday. Probably. I get into it sometimes, but I don't know.
Halloween is in my birthday month, and I hate Halloween. All of that horror mess, all of that stuff. I don't even watch that mess on TV. Like my mom.
My friend, she was born on Halloween, and that's like her jam. Like she's all horror, all Halloween, all year round. Like,
oh my god,
you're just like, no, give me away from it. Like I'm
not with it at all. Right, exactly. What's your favorite food to cook?
Favorite food to cook. I love using my slow cooker, but recently, like maybe like a month or two ago, I just made falafel for the first time. So I made it like a bunch of times. I've been like, oh, I can make falafel now. So I made falafel like almost every week for the last like month or two, which sounds weird, but either my slow cooker or falafel.
Okay, all right, and okay, falafel. I got you. All right,
it's like chickpeas. It's like ground up chickpeas on a ball.
Yes,
you dip it in like a tzatziki. Like it's like Greek stuff, Mediterranean stuff.
Yeah, like gyro meat and the
This is. I'm not a vegetarian, but these are actually like there's no meat. It's all chickpeas and like spices and like herbs and stuff.
I got you.
You dip it in like a yogurt sauce, or you can dip it in whatever. But I dip it in like a yogurt sauce. So it's a vegetarian dish. I'm not vegetarian. Like in my slow cooker, and I cook chicken and stuff all the time. But falafels is good.
All right. Favorite celebrity crush?
Growing up, I don't have one now per se, but like growing up, my like in high school, my desktop wallpaper was Mila Kunis from like that '70s show. Yeah.
Yep. She grew up nice. Favorite wrestler?
Oh man. So I grew up like Attitude Era. So I have to say either Stone Cold or probably like Undertaker. Undertaker was my jam. He's the Big Show is good, but like I don't know, Undertaker was like the first like big guy.
I'll take Undertaker.
That's Undertaker.
He was dope before he started, being commercialized. When he came out in the coffin and the Paul Bearer used to bring him in, and then you hear that music. Oh my God!
He just retired. He's been around forever. But yeah, I'm talking about like Undertaker, like late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. I'm still a Rock fan.
Heck yeah, man! You got to respect that, especially what he's been able to do and freaking just kind of turn that into.
The dude talked so much smack and just he was exciting, exhilarating. He definitely was.
Yeah.
Favorite type of music?
I'm all over the place. Like hip hop, R&B from like the '90s and early 2000s. I like alternative, like '90s alternative, like Hootie the Blowfish, Billy Joel. I like a lot of. I just realized recently what it's even called. Like I guess it's EDM music. But like there's an artist called like Dennis Lloyd and Rationale. I'm all over the place. But
all right, I'm with that. I can go old school Sam Cooke, and I can also do Hall & Oates, and then I can jump into '90s R&B all day.
Heck yeah, man. Sam Cooke, Bill Withers. I mean, all that.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite karaoke song to do?
Probably something like Hootie and the Blowfish.
Okay.
I'm terrible at karaoke, but probably something like Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah.
I always tell everybody that I like Gin and Juice with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, especially like karaoke. But I went to Columbia, Missouri, and I did T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper before.
I've done some like I remember back in college. After a few. I've done some like Ebony and Ivory with some white friends of mine. I've got just I don't know. I've done some fun ones, but Hootie the Blowfish is my go-to. Let Her Cry. I like my favorite Hootie Blowfish song is probably Time. I don't believe in time. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Favorite app?
Ooh, favorite app, man. Maybe
Not
Reddit.
YouTube.
Probably no, yeah, probably Reddit. I guess I'm on Reddit. Probably
Okay.
too much.
Okay. All right. With that.
And there is some fish stuff. I'm on Reddit a lot for like Colts stuff, like Indiana. I'm a big Colts fan, but there's a lot of good fish stuff on there. Aqua Swap and aquariums and like shrimp tanks. A bunch of Reddit communities for fish keeping too.
Okay. Favorite game to play while you're sitting on the toilet?
Oof. I don't game on apps anymore. I grew up a big gamer. I'm trying to think of.
Okay.
Like, I'm probably scrolling Reddit if anything. But I used to. I mean,
Okay.
I love playing games, but I get addicted. Like, I'm addicted personality. Hello, freaking almost 100 aquariums.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I used to play like MMORPGs, like World of Warcraft a little bit, or even earlier like EverQuest. So like when I get into a game, I get way into it.
Go
so,
all the way.
Yeah,
In.
I love games, but I don't play them too much.
Okay. All right. Favorite superhero?
Superhero. I'm a watcher of your streams in the hotspot, so I know that this is going to get some heat by some real superhero fans out there. I, for one, I'm not a huge superhero guy, but I like Batman. I know Batman. People say he's not even a superhero. I think that
was Tozawa. Tozawa had some flack. People stopped being his friend over that.
I'm gonna go with Batman. I know he's a guy with a tool belt, but he gets it done. He gets it done. He's out there at night having fun, but I may not wake up tomorrow. I think there's a better chance I wake up tomorrow and put on a suit and start climbing around and doing crazy things than I wake up tomorrow with spider webs coming out of my thing. So it'd be cool to be Batman.
Yeah, he does rock. I love the first Batman with Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I don't care when Michael Keaton rocked for me. I loved it. It was dark. It rocked out. One of my favorite producers is Edward Scissorhands. He did the Edward Scissorhands. Tim Burton.
Okay. Yes.
That kind of dark I can do. You know what I'm saying? This whole jigsaw where you gotta kill somebody to save yourself.
I'm not a big fan of like that scary, just horror, just whatever.
Yeah, it's just too much. The world is already scary enough for me. I can't. I got to make sure I walk out without getting shot in St. Louis. I don't need all that other stuff in my head. Favorite sport?
Football to watch, basketball to play.
Okay, very nice. I would think that was coming up next. Did you played ball? Come on, tell me, because I saw a guy working at Target, never played ball in his life, and he was 6'10". I told him you're a waste and I can't buy anything from you. You suck.
That's hilarious. No, I played. Believe it or not, I played football a little bit. The sport I played most growing up was like soccer. Actually, when I was really small, I was still so big, and the goals were so small that it stuck me in the goal, and I took up the whole dang goal. But no, I played football for a little bit, and then I really found my love for basketball, believe it or not, like after college. After college, I moved down here, and I started working for a public supermarket. And I met some guys there that hooped regularly, so I started hooping with them, started hooping at the YMCA, got a few leagues there. Never anything special. I got bad knees and stuff from back in the day, but truly, like, fell in love with basketball, whereas, like, every Saturday morning – it was my big thing every week was to go hoop with the boys Saturday mornings, and then the YMCA league. It was like I look forward to that like every freaking week. So it was truly like my love for a couple of years.
Absolutely. I played in high school, didn't get that much burn because I was probably like maybe the third big man. Everybody else was rocking out. Was real skinny and lanky. I could get to the basket, like just stretch and get to it. But everybody else was a little bit stronger. So, but when I got to college, I actually ended up still getting a scholarship to play ball at college. Played college ball for 4 years. My junior year in high school is when I really kind of just started really dunking and going crazy. And then when I got to college, I was just dunking ridiculous. After college, I was just going around in the neighborhoods of St. Louis and we had just going crazy. And that was I had a quick first step. If I get the ball at the free throw line, I'll turn and I just jam that thing. It was all fun. All fun.
That's awesome, man. Like I don't want to ever say I regret anything like that. I had the opposite thing. Like I was a big kid. Like you said you were like small and lanky. Like I'm 6'7", but I was like at my height, I was like 420 pounds at my heaviest. So
Jesus.
I was like up there at one point. Like throughout college, I was probably like 360, 370 in college. But like not in good shape. It's not in good shape. And it was after college when I dropped like 100 pounds after college, got in better shape, and like that's when I really found ball and started like, dedicating myself to it. But that's awesome, dude. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You had an opportunity to kind of play for college 4 years and experience. That's freaking amazing.
I probably dunked on over 80 people in my lifetime. Going chest up with somebody, meeting them in the air, and still jamming it on them is nothing like that. And coincidentally, I've got dunked on 3 times in my lifetime. You never forget getting dunked on.
More than that. That's funny.
What's your favorite position?
Any sport, anything, just whatever. Probably old school, like center, like true, like back in the day. Like it doesn't even exist much. I don't watch a lot of NBA anymore, but just like a old school, like a Shaq, like not super like as he's athletic, but he's not like a shooter. He's not whatever. He's kind of just powerhouse, got moves. He's kind of a little delicate, got a little touch. Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. I'm with the same thing. And you know what? Big men don't get the respect they do, because back in the day, your coach used to say, "Get it in, feed the big man," because we're running up and down. I used to hate shooters. They just get down there and just shoot and expect you to get the rebound. Like, yo, I'm not coming back down here no more. You don't give me the ball. I need some action.
Exactly. I like the old school ball, pick and roll, just like classic kind of stuff.
Yeah. When I coached for about 7 years, and we would win games by just doing that. Everybody wants to do their hot dog shooting. I said, we'll do our hot dog shooting when we get up by 15. Yeah. All right. Feed the big man. Big man goes in. When they double down, toss it out. Now our shooters will shoot. Very simple.
Fundamentals.
Yeah. Favorite emoji?
Favorite emoji is probably, I've been using it a lot lately. It's like the upside down smiley.
Okay. All right.
What is Chang saying?
This is
on a basketball team, even though I'm short. Okay. Heck yeah, man. That's like the Charles Barkley, man.
And love checking tall dudes like Biz dunk on me if you want to, but you're gonna pay for it. Yeah. If you undercut me though, Funk, we're gonna be fighting. The game is over. It's gonna be on and cracking, man. I hate getting in the air and getting undercut like by somebody short. Like, what, bro? Favorite game console?
Oh man, that's gotta be. I'm gonna go with N64. To me, it's either N64 or PS2. I'm gonna go with N64. That was like I got so many freaking good memories playing GoldenEye.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go N64.
That controller was insane. You had the joystick at your thumb. You had the orange buttons here. You also had the regular A and B over there. Like, that joystick was out of control. But yeah, when Mario came out for an N64 and you were able to just 3D everything, was awesome. But I got out of 3D because I was a Street Fighter. I was a Street Fighter player, and that was always 2D. So once it started doing 3D stuff, I was like, it's too much room to just be doing stuff. Like, I need just one plane.
It was N64 when like the first Mario, that was like you said, like a 3D Mario and stuff like that, where it was actually the world and not just like a side scroller. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a little different. Yeah, absolutely. Favorite movie? Ooh, favorite movie. That's Training Day, probably. I don't know. I'm a big Denzel fan, so maybe Training Day.
Okay, all right, very nice. I like that. Favorite subject in school?
Believe it or not, back in the day, it was math, man. I used to like math for whatever reason. This is not college, like elementary. Like in college, I did not even want anything with math. But growing up, I actually was one of those weird kids that liked math, like in elementary school and stuff.
Yeah, I could do science, but I couldn't do math. I hated math. They put me in geometry. I was like, bro.
College, I did not want. But growing up as a kid, I enjoyed it.
Okay. What's your most watched YouTuber?
Most watched YouTuber, man. Let's see. It's Probably not fish tube. It doesn't have to be fish. It doesn't have to be fish tube, does it?
No, I would expect you not to pick a fish tuber.
Yeah.
I did say fish tuber,
I mean,
but
it's probably a Colts like a Colts podcast. This is called Stampede Blue Colts podcast. To be honest,
okay.
Especially now, like it's getting back into like training camp. So I'm weird. Like in the Colts, I'm not as deep as I am into fish keeping, but I can tell you like our 4th round pick, the tight end, is hopefully gonna be the 3rd stringer. But I can go deep into Colts stuff too.
Okay.
So probably the Stampede Blue Colts podcast.
Okay. All right. Favorite seafood?
Not a huge seafood guy, but I'm gonna go with fried clams because I'm not fried up, and it's better to me when it's seafood.
All right. And favorite pizza topping?
Meatballs.
Okay. Meatball on pizza?
Yeah, you ever heard that? It's like if they slice it up usually. They slice it like sausage almost.
Oh, okay. I don't think we have a meatball pizza up here. Maybe I gotta go find one.
Most places have it. I mean, it's not. I guess it's not the most common topping, but it's. I think most places have it. Most places in New York had it. Most places down here in Florida have it.
Okay. All right. Well, they didn't take me there, so Funk, the rest of you guys. So, all right. Well, let me tell you something now, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
Let's move on. Congratulations, man. You are now in the inferno. The inferno is either this or it's either that. It's either one or the other. Here we go. Ready?
Let's do it.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Okay. Bath or shower?
Shower.
Short or tall?
Tall.
Goldfish or betta?
Betta.
Betta or killie?
Betta.
Betta or guppy?
Guppy.
Arapaima or alligator gar?
Ooh. Man, I'm gonna go alligator gar.
Which one will win in a fight?
Say that again?
Which one will win in a fight?
Oof, I don't know. Maybe the alligator gar, a little more narrow, lean, come in, harpoon from the side or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You wouldn't want to get in front of the mouth that Arapaima, I don't think.
Aquafunk did a video where he explained the difference between he actually had an arapaima and an alligator gar fight. The way that he did it was amazing. It was great.
Wait,
spent a lot of time. Had a lot of time editing it out. It was awesome.
This is recently?
Maybe about 7 months ago, something like that.
Okay.
Arapaima versus alligator gar.
Okay, I gotta go check. I don't think oh man.
I'm in it.
It's like the style, like one of those shows on Discovery Channel where they got like freaking like this monster versus that monster kind of thing.
Oh my God, I love. Yes, that's exactly how.
One of those like hypothetical fights.
Yes, dude, and I love that show. Animal Fight Night, I love, and
there's one with the animals. There's ones that do it like a ninja versus a samurai, and like there's ones with like that.
Oh yeah. But the one they do with animals.
Go ahead. Yeah, the animals is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. They do the computer generated. What if a crocodile met a shark?
Exactly.
Ooh, it was able to. Yeah, absolutely. Mammal or reptile?
Mammal.
Okay. Starburst or Skittles?
Starburst.
Okay. M&M's or Reese's?
Reese's.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
You said Starburst over Skittles?
I say Starburst over Skittles because I'm a fat kid and the Starburst makes me work a little more, so I can't eat them as quickly. I like them both, but when I eat Skittles, I'm just like Starburst. I still eat the whole thing, but it takes me a little longer.
Well, how about Starburst or Now Later?
Ooh, I'll go with Now Later because then I got to open them up individually and I got to gnaw on them a little bit longer too.
Now Later or Laffy Taffy?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with Laffy Taffy because I got so many good memories as a kid going to the store and buying me like a 5-cent little Laffy Taffy. Or they had the ropes. They had like for like 20 cents. I think it was like for the rope.
Yes.
Oh, I had to go to the bodega at the corner store. Oh man, I got so many good memories with Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get a good cheesy joke. So.
A great movie or a great show?
I'll go with a great movie.
Anchovy or pineapple?
pineapple, but I guess.
Oh my god, cats or chickens?
Cats or chickens, man.
What the hell?
Cat, that's an interesting one. That's a first. I go cats over chickens, I guess.
This is coming straight out the chat. And Fish Chocolate does this all the time.
Probably going crazy.
Yeah, tacos or burgers?
Ooh, I'll go with a nice juicy burger.
Okay, all right. Lizards or snakes? It's better.
I'll go lizards. I'll go lizards.
Okay, I hate snake. I hate them.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. But I tell you what, though, I mentioned earlier in the stream, there's this guy and his girlfriend that came up to me, like mentioning stuff, whatever, like shooting quotes at me. I got a chance to go to his house because he lives by one of the aquarium clubs I go to. I got a chance to go to his house. The dude, he has license, it's legit. He has like a 6-foot-long male iguana in like this big old enclosure in his backyard. It is insane, dude. I've never seen a big old iguana like that up front. And he has tons of stuff. He has like a whole freaking like dart frog room and stuff like that. But he has like a freaking 6-foot-long. But I tell you what, I felt more comfortable being that close to like a 6-foot-long iguana than I would like a 10-foot-long python. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I can't do the snakes. Yeah, I rather go lizard on that one. Barbecue or Alfredo pizza?
Ooh, I like Alfredo and barbecue. I'll go barbecue for pizza.
I'm rocking with barbecue
pizza, but I love Alfredo.
Thick or thin?
Ooh, pizza thin.
Let's go with pizza. Thick or thin? You said
pizza. This is pizza thin. Pizza
thin.
Oh,
thick.
If we're talking pizza, then thin.
I'm going with thin pizza. Guppies or endless?
Ooh, guppies or endless. That's a tough one. I mean, shoot.
Kenny was cracking.
I'm gonna go guppies because there's more variety. Endless are cool because like you can get they're more pure in some sense, but I go guppies.
All right. Lasagna or spaghetti? This is a good one, Fish Truck.
Lasagna, man, lasagna.
I'm rolling with lasagna also. I'm rolling with lasagna. Danikin said thick or thin. We got that one. Hot sauce enema or falling on your keys? Right up. What the hell?
I don't know about that one, man.
You guys are out of control. Frogs or toads?
Frogs or toads? I'll go with toads only because I got Cuban tree frogs and I hate them in the ponds. This year I got more Cuban tree frogs than I did last year, and I hear them chirping at night sometimes. So we'll go toads.
Rain or sun?
Hey, in Florida you get both at the same time.
Yes, you do. God.
We'll go with sun though.
Okay. Pig or cow?
Cow.
Okay. Mornings or nights?
Nights.
Breakfast for dinner or dinner for dinner?
We'll go with dinner for dinner.
Okay. Weekday or weekends?
Weekend.
YouTube Shorts or TikTok?
Believe it or not, I've never been on TikTok. I don't have that app. I mean, I've seen them before.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't have that app either.
I guess shorts.
You'll go with the shorts? All right. That's a nice media trained answer for somebody who's on YouTube.
Right.
Sharks or whales?
Well, not a whale shark. I still think it's freaking crazy there's a whale shark in the Georgia Aquarium, man. Who the heck was there recently? Was it someone I saw a video somewhere recently of someone stopped at the Georgia Aquarium, and I've known for a while that they have whale sharks there, or multiple, I think. But like it blows my mind every time I hear it. I'm like, that's right. It's a freaking whale shark in the aquarium. That's insane.
I definitely need to check that out. Seriously. Dolphin or manatee?
Ooh, we'll go with dolphins. We'll go with dolphins. I like them both, but we'll go with dolphin.
And since we went with dolphin rate.
That is scarily good, man. That's scarily good, man.
Disney World or Universal Studios?
Oh, man. I'll go with Disney. My aunt worked there for like 40 years, so I got some good memories going there. I'll go with Disney.
Disney's trash. I'm rolling with Universal.
I heard your story, though. Even after all that.
I was so pissed, dude. I was so pissed.
Dude, bro, it's been a while, man. I'm sure you and I could trade stories about on airplanes and freaking this and that, man. Oh,
yeah. We could definitely. Yeah, we'll definitely rock. We got it. We got to talk about it. Hot coffee or iced coffee?
I don't drink coffee, so green tea.
Okay. All right. Beach sand or mountaintops?
Oh, mountaintops, man. I don't mind like, yeah. I don't like the sand. I'm not a big fan of sand, so mountaintops.
Okay. A little later, super early.
Man, I'm typically this sucks, but I got to be true. I'm usually like right on time or running a few minutes late. I try to get too many things down, so it's always
Finally.
best to be early. But that's the truth
Thank you.
is, I'm usually one of those guys that if anything, I'm maybe a few minutes late. That's just the truth.
Yeah, that's me. All the way. A little late. Brains or body?
We'll go brains, man. Brains don't disintegrate usually.
All right. And the fact that you don't go with brains, butt or boobs?
We'll go butt.
Yeah, we will. Chicken, light or dark?
Light. I like white meat chicken.
Okay. All right. Liquor, light or dark?
We'll go light again. I'd rather like vodka over whiskey.
Okay. All right. Rocks or no rocks?
Give me the rocks.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fish sticks or chicken nuggets?
Chicken nuggets.
CVS or Walgreens?
I guess CVS. And this is the closest one to me, so we'll go CVS.
Pool sand or play sand? I like it.
Pool sand. I think play sand sometimes gets a little too. Play sand like it's a little too fine. It's like it cakes up. Like it gets really compact and cakes up. So there may be some applications where that's better, but I prefer pool sand. It doesn't get as tight and packed up.
Oh, Jetsons or Flintstones? I love it.
Ooh, man, that's a good one.
That's either go rock back in the day or you take it to the future.
Man, dude, I might have to go Jetsons, but that's a close one.
I'm rolling with the Flintstones.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Power Rangers or Voltron?
Oh, Power Rangers. I was more to Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't watch much Voltron growing up. It was more Power Rangers, man. I like Power Rangers.
Okay. All right. I was a Voltron fan. I had the lions and everything. Yeah. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? I like that.
Lord of the Rings. To be honest, this might upset you, Biz, because I know you're a Harry Potter fan. I don't think I've seen any Harry Potter movies.
Oh my God, we're done. This is over.
I don't think I've seen a single one, man. I don't think I've seen a single Harry Potter movie.
You've got to check it. You gotta check it out. Gotta just.
How many movies are there?
It's like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to check it out. You got to check it out, and then just let me know. After the first one, let me know because I just was hooked.
If I get hooked, I mean, I'm sure if I get in it, I'm sure I'll see it through. But.
Well, if you're into the whimsical fantasy, but just a good storyline, it's just it's a good one. It's a good one.
I don't mind fantasy and stuff like that. Like I'm into like I play like I'm a nerd. Like, I play WoW and EverQuest and all this magical stuff. Like I'm down with that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I'm against that at all. I just kind of never got into it, but I'm sure I'll come across it. Check it out one of these days.
Yeah.
Popular for a reason. Can't be that bad.
Oh yeah, it's dope. Fries or tater tots?
Ooh, tater tots, a little extra crispy.
Okay. Pixar or anime?
Pixar. Never
really
into anime too much. Not that I'm against it. Once again, I've never really watched much anime. So I'll roll Pixar. After this, I'm gonna get your number. I'm gonna get you some stuff to look at, man. You I don't know what the hell you're watching. Cold stuff. I told you, cold stuff.
Buffy or Blade?
I go with Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay. Buffy or Selena from Underworld?
Buffy.
Still Buffy. You're the only person that's picked Buffy when I pick Buffy or Blade. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not like huge. I'm not a huge fan of either, but I'll go Buffy.
Okay. Checkers or chess? I like it.
I'll go chess. I wish I played more. I was like on the chess team in high school, that kind of nerdy stuff. So we'll go chess. I haven't played in a while.
Oh, I like this too. 110-gallon tanks or 10 100-gallon tanks? Sorry, S-Dot.
Oh, 110-gallon tanks.
There you go. There, I would pick 10 100-gallon tanks personally.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, and I because right now it's pretty much what I have. 110-gallon tanks. But I can see myself easily in a couple years not only wanting, but actually having more something like 10, 100-gallon tanks. You
Sure.
know,
How many tanks do you have right now?
I'm closing in at 100.
So there you go.
Like literally earlier today, I just set up a rack system with 9 more tanks. So,
Jeez.
and 8 of them are 10 gallons. So,
There you're there.
yeah, right. That's pretty much.
Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
Ooh, we'll go Mortal Kombat. I guess we'll go Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Spent a lot of hours just playing around with the cheesy, cliche Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm a Street Fighter fan. You know, Sub-Zero and Scorpion were like Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
But I was a Street Fighter fan.
As a big guy, though, when I played Street Fighter, I was always, was it Yohanda with the hands?
Oh, my God. I would have thrashed you. You have no projectiles except for the sumo missile. But
I was never, dude, I was a casual, dude. Like, my playing, like, if you want to talk, like, games that I played, like, I played Madden. That was, like, my game I played for, like, I used to hustle, like, I lost some, too. Like, in college, I played, like, Madden tournaments, played for money.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But yeah, when fighting games were never my forte. I was never a good fighting game kind of guy.
I was always fighting.
Madden was my strongest game. I tried to be good at like StarCraft and like real-time strategy games like that, but like all my friends always like I was decent, but my friends were like better than me usually. But Madden, I was usually one of the best.
Okay, all right. I'll take you up on that one day. We could do some Madden. Blanca or E Honda?
Oh, I'll go E Honda still.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
Mario, Luigi.
We'll go Mario.
Okay, all right. Dogs or cats?
Got dogs. I got 2 dogs and 0 cats. So.
Thank you, Rakistan. I appreciate you. Aquafunk won't stop yelling at me. Thank you so much. Lois Lane or Mary Jane?
Oof. I'll go Lois Lane. Lois Lane.
Okay. All right. Board games or video games?
Video games. Even though I kind of like don't play that often, I enjoy some board games. We'll go video games.
Okay. All right. Street Fighter or Big Trouble in Little China? I don't think
I've never seen that movie. That's a movie, right?
What?
I know. I'm bad. I'm not a. Most movies I watch, I only watch one time. Like very few movies do I watch like over and over and over again. It's like a handful of movies that I've watched like multiple things.
It's a cult classic. It goes right in there with Gremlins.
I've seen Gremlins.
Golden Child. Like you gotta watch Big Trouble in Little China. This is freaking awesome.
Classics are like Braveheart.
What?
You know,
okay.
Braveheart?
I remember Braveheart. Yeah.
Braveheart or Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
What's another like classic to me? I don't know. I'll be the first to admit I'm not a huge movie buff.
Okay. All right. It's all good. Man, whatever floats your boat. Cash or credit?
Cash. All
right. Plane, train, or car?
Let's go car. I don't mind a road trip. I like a good road trip.
Okay. All right. Do pineapples belong on pizza?
I don't care. Do you? I don't put them on my pizza, but do you?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm gonna go yes. I say in my world, yes.
Okay. All right. And a home cooked meal or go out?
Home cooked meal, man. Home cooked meal.
Okay. All right. Very nice. All right. Now this last part is called fill it in. Fill it in. All right. My worst job ever was.
Worst job ever was Long John Silver's. I worked there for one day, came home smelling like grease and nasty fried fish, and never went back. It's like when I was like, I think it was like my second job. Like this is probably when I was like 16, 17, something like that.
Okay. All right. Which brings us to my first job ever was.
Working at a supermarket, stocking shelves at Super Saver.
Okay. All right. I was blessed that my first job was actually a Gopher dental assistant.
Okay.
And I was a junior in high school. There was a small dental practice down the street. I was an aspiring pediatrician because I just love science. And that's what I figured I was going to do. So I said, I don't want to push carts and I don't want to flip burgers. I asked the dentist there. She was about a 60-year-old lady. And I was like, I kind of want to, do something in the medical field. So I just was wondering if there's anything around here that I can do. And she was like, you know what? Type me a page paper on why you would like to work here. And we'll see. Went home. I had already passed keyboarding. So I was did a nice little paper for her. And she said, you can start tomorrow after school. I was like, hey.
That's what's up, man.
Man, best job ever. It was full of women because they were all their dental assistants. She had 5 operatories. And really, I just kind of had to clean. I had to just help her sit patients down. I learned how to develop X-rays. I learned how to take X-rays of the mouth, as I got in there. She paid me well, and she was rich. She had a house at the Lake of the Ozarks that she went to every weekend. And when she wasn't there, she would ask any of the dental assistants if they wanted to go down there. And we would just go down there and live and stay in our house for the weekend. She took the whole office to Disney World, stayed on the resort for a week, paid for. So if she liked you, you roll with her. But if you did anything that she disliked, fired out of there.
Yeah, I believe it. That's cool though, man. Kudos for you for putting in the work and seeking that out, finding that opportunity.
Absolutely. And after that, Circuit City. St. Louis stopped taking
Circuit City, man.
St. Louis stopped taking Medicaid for about 6 months or something like that, and all of her patients were Medicaid patients. She didn't see anybody that paid out of pocket. She wanted to see the people that really needed her.
That was her niche,
yeah. It kind of forced her out of the practice, and it was sad. It was sad that she had to close down, and all those people, went without care. So, yep, I had to go find something else. The best vacation spot is.
Let's go with North Carolina, like up in the mountains of North Carolina.
Where?
Up in the mountains of North Carolina, like by the Tennessee border.
Okay.
I have family vacations up there. It's nice, man. We go like whitewater rafting, hiking, horseback riding.
Okay, very nice. I'm with that. If I wasn't keeping fish, I would be keeping.
Ooh. Maybe another dog? Probably not. I don't know. No. No, I don't know. I would be keeping. I don't think there's another. There's no other animal I could think of.
What would be another hobby then?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd probably be gaming. If I wasn't keeping fish, I'd probably be gaming and putting more time into some game out there.
Okay, all right. The name of my first fish was, or the first fish that you ever named was?
Yeah, so those goldfish I had, I named them Sunset and Set Sun for whatever reason.
And Set Sun. Okay. All right. If I was to remake and star in any movie, it would be.
Oof. That's a crazy one, man. And I've seen others. I know this is coming because I've seen this question before. And I don't know. I don't know why I just thought of this. What was the chat may help us out? What was the movie? It was Heath Ledger, not like the Joker or anything. It was Heath Ledger, and he played like the Knight. Was it the Knight? Knight's Tale?
Knight's Tale. That's my favorite movie.
That movie is a freaking thing. Remember the movies that come on TV? As when the movies come on TV and I watch it, whatever. I don't remember though. I just remember it was like a good time. Like I just remember that whole journey. Those guys.
I love it.
I forget, who's the rotund guy? Who's so freaking funny, dude.
I love that movie. I watch it every time it comes on.
Yeah, they had a good time. They were getting into trouble, but it just seemed like a cool, fun. Yeah.
And he was like a hopeless romantic and everything else, trying to get the girl. Was scared because he was. Yeah, it was dope.
He was dope. Like, he's pretending to be like someone he wasn't. He was pretending to be a royal knight. He was
yeah. And he had the loudmouth dude that he found naked on the end, and he had the mouth. The
skinny drunk dude, and the chubby. Yeah, exactly. It's all hilarious.
Great movie.
Yeah.
So if you remade it, you would be Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I'd be Heath Ledger. I'd be the knight. I mean, realistically, I'd probably be the fat sidekick dude, but we'll go with it's my fantasy, so we'll go with I was the knight in shining armor, the peasant becoming the
Absolutely,
royalty.
Absolutely. If I could create my own dream tank, it would be size and stock.
So I always wanted to put a tank on a wall, and I will do that someday. So maybe be like a nice 8-foot long tank that's like 2 feet deep and 2 feet tall, and I put like some Frontosa in it. It's something I wanted for a while, and I think I see myself getting some bigger fish eventually. So maybe I'd do like a nice long Frontosa tank in recessed in a wall.
Okay. What type of Frontosa? Because they sold 12 of them for $35 at the auction this weekend.
That's dirt cheap. Usually, you go to a retail store, they're $20 a piece.
Exactly.
I'd like to get some of like the things called Impembe blue, or there's like the blue Zaire. There's some ones that have some more like that mask, darker black, and like some of the more lighter highlighted blue.
Well, see, I only know them by pattern, so I know that you got the 6-pointers, you've got the spider, the black, or is it Black Widows, and then you have the 7-pointers, which they gave. I think it was 12 of them. Danny, if I'm wrong, it was like 12 of them for like $30 or $35. I think they went for.
And then there's like red Frontosa too. The ones I'm talking about, I think they have the 6-stripe, but and I'm not a Frontosa expert. I know there's like the Burundi Frontosa is the normal 6-stripe. Mm-hmm. But I think there's another type of 6-stripe, maybe a couple different variants. I don't think the different species, maybe just different collection points or whatever.
Sure.
I think it's a 6-stripe one that has some more blue highlights, called like the blue Zaire or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not experienced in Frontosa, so
that's all right. That's why you want them. That's what's up. I'm with it. All right. All right, I got to turn it down because I'm monetized now. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it is the next section. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. I noticed a breeding pair in my tank. What do you do right now?
If there's other fish in there, probably take them out. But most likely, depending on the fish, like just leave them alone. Like if it's guppies or a lot of these dwarf cichlids that I keep, I just leave them alone. If it's just them in the tank, I'll just monitor and let them do their thing. If it's someone that like needs attention, like the Madaka rice fish, then I'll notate it. Probably the first thing is like take notes. Like, to be honest, like jot it down, either a mental note or jot it down.
Sure. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. It's a bully in the tank. First thing you do.
Take it out. Like I don't mess around with trying to do too much. Usually I take it out. I may try to rearrange and put them back in once, but usually I'll just try to rehome them. I don't have a lot of experience with this because I don't keep a lot of cichlids now, but when I have had that in the past, I just give them the boot.
All right. Very nice. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. I notice ick in my tank. First thing I do is
crank up the heat. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had ick in a long time, many years. But
let me knock on some
I
too.
Crank up the heat. When I did it, I cranked up the heat and added salt, and I was able to save some fish, not all of them. I've never personally used IGX, but I've heard good things about that. But first thing I would do is crank up the heat.
Okay, very nice. You got some people that'll run straight to the IGX, but I crank heat and water change and salt. I salt up. Yeah, absolutely. Danican Aquatics coming in with the $20, man. I appreciate you. Had a lovely time with you over the weekend. Hilarious time with Kenny E and his wife and Roland and his wife. It was fun times. Carrie and Danny Weshy, and I hate that Danny Weshy lost his fish, man. But man, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate you. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. The parents are eating the babies. What do we do?
Move the parents out. Usually it's much harder to move the babies typically. So usually you play musical tanks with the parents. And you can do that ahead of time, even with like barbs or the rice fish. A lot of people will put them in a tank with plants, and then obviously if the babies get eaten, you can take out the parents even before the eggs have hatched, or if they're live bearers, as soon as you notice the babies are getting born, you can take out the parents.
Okay. All right. I noticed my fish has Popeye. What do I do?
Ooh, if it's in like a small tank, maybe you could like treat it with like some salt or something. But if it's like a big community tank, I probably isolate it, and treat it for. I've only dealt with Popeye like years and years ago, and I think I just put salt in the tank. I think it wasn't a beta, it wasn't a goldfish either, but I think just salt. I just use salt.
Okay. Yeah. I've got a video that is doing pretty well on my fish. All you see is my actual fish with Popeye, and I was asking people what to do, and I had definitely put them in a holding container. I have a marina box, which is on the outside of the tank, and I was salting that puppy up. Yep.
Does it work?
Yep. If Thanos snapped half of your tanks away, which ones would you hope stayed?
Ooh. This may be crazy to some people, but right now, a lot of the Guppy strains may be the ones that went. I'd rather hold on to like some of the more wild type live bearers, some of the like the honeycomb bristlenose plecos, some of those. Whereas the different colored Guppy strains, you know, if I lost some of them, I wouldn't want to, but at least I'd still have Guppies. You know, so I could probably lose half my tanks maybe Guppies. So if I lost, half my tanks, they were all Guppies, and I only had one strain left, I wouldn't be missing a whole species at least.
Seriously. HEPA Aquatics, I was looking for you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the $20.99 chat, super chat, man. HEPA has some great questions. Man, it's just dope. It's dope. Thank
I
you
like
guys
that
so much.
Jamaican Canadian style. I wonder if I have a few local fish friends. One of my good local fish friends, Chris, is from Jamaica, and a gentleman I met yesterday or a couple days ago. Well, I met him at Aquachella too. He's an older gentleman, like 73 years old, from Jamaica, but also local fish guy, and just awesome dude. His mom, Hepa, if you're Jamaican, you may know this. His wife made me a gizzard. It's like a coconut and sugar Jamaican dessert, whatever. Let's just say she's a good baker. But yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. If you got a problem, I'll solve it. I notice a small leak in my tank. First thing I do.
Probably start to drain it. If it's only like in the middle of the tank or near the top, you could just drain it. Like I've done that before. Drain it to that leak and leave it 3/4 full for a couple days. Honestly, not the greatest thing to do, but you can do that. But yeah, if it's like leaking from the bottom, near the bottom, then it's all hands on deck. Set up get the fish out of the tank and drain it.
That's what's up. That's it, man. You survived the hot spot. It heated up. He handled himself well, you guys. He had been taking notes. He's been watching previous hot spots. He was ready for some of these questions.
I watched him. I saw a couple episodes.
All right, man. Good job, man. I appreciate you so much, dude. Man, this actual stream has went longer, I guess, with the ACA stuff, and then us just bantering back and forth, man. I usually just try to keep people on here an hour of their time, but I appreciate you for staying longer. Appreciate you for going through that hotspot and all the information that you've given us. I do want to ask you another question while people might be coming in with some more questions for you. So, Biz, I was watching Olympic and time ran. And yes, Ryan Gizzards bought 2 today.
Nice.
There it is. So it's a dessert? It's not like
a dessert. It's like a little pastry dessert with like coconut and sugar. I'd never heard of it before. And there was these people, they were just awesome. They were really hospitable, I guess that's the word. But yeah, she was cooking them and she gave me 2 to come home with. I know you're going to say something, so go ahead. But I wanted someone, Fish Tropic asked about the Jamaican beef patty or pizza pocket, and I have a passionate answer on that. So it's beef patty with a cocoa bread all day, every day. I went to college in Albany, New York, and there's a bunch of bodegas around there, and that was like the go-to drunk food was We called it the executive beef patty. So you take a beef patty and Biz, I don't know if you know what cocoa bread is, but it's like this puffy, sweet bread.
Okay.
And you take a beef patty, you put it in there, but you make a whole sandwich like lettuce, tomato, cheese, mayo. And it's like, I used to put like onions and French dressing. And it's just like, it's delicious, especially after, a couple.
I've never had it. You know what? We have a Jamaican cuisine. You know what? I got to see what they have now. I've had maybe the jerk chicken because that's just common. And then I had some Jamaican oxtails last week from the same place. But I would love to try some of that stuff, and see how it works because I am a fan of the spices. I love the way it tastes, and I want to try it. I want to. You know what I do like to do in my classrooms is I always feel like, no matter what color we are, where we come from, in any walk of life, we can gravitate together through food. So I always I'm always watching like when Anthony Bourdain was on, and I always watch Andrew Zimmern, Bizarre Foods. Andrew Zimmern, I always used to watch that, and I would there's a YouTube channel called Why Would You Eat That? Okay. And it would go from different places like Rocky Mountain oysters. Why would you eat that? Balut egg. It's a delicacy in the Philippines. So these different things are delicacies, and I would ask the students. I said, we're going to watch a couple of episodes of this through the duration of our school year. And at the end of the year, I'm going to try to get something that you guys all can combine, and we'll all just try it just to see what it's like.
Okay.
So when I was at my last school, they all decided that they wanted to try balut egg. Balut egg is
what is that?
It's a half fertilized egg. So you let the chick and the egg sit on it, and it's halfway done. So you actually see the head and the eyes haven't opened up yet, a little bitty of the beak. It's a delicacy in the Philippines. And one of my students' mom was from the Philippines, and she said, my mom gets balut eggs all the time. She said, I could bring some in. I could bring like 6 of them. I was like, word? So I said, any students that are, down, this is not mandatory, whatever the case may be, I'm going to try it with you. And we had balut egg, and we actually have it on YouTube. I have to find the link.
Kudos to you. I respect that. Like I'm all down for trying. Like I try to like branch out and try some new stuff. Like I've had some like ceviche for me, and I've had snail and some quote unquote crazy stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know if I could do that. So kudos to you. I've had sweetbreads before, which is like I think it's like a lamb's testicle or something like that. I've had that up in Chicago actually at this place. So I'll try some crazy stuff. But
here it is. That's me. Class versus balut egg. For those that are on here right now on the live, when you guys get done, go to class versus balut egg.
So you cannot sleep tonight.
And see the reaction. And there's the egg. That's what it looks like when you open it up. We definitely got hot sauce. And I had about maybe 8 students try it with me. And I was like, you know what? On 3, we're going to try this thing. And boom, we slammed it. And needless to say, it got out of hand.
Oh, man, yeah.
So good times, man. But you do stuff like that. It's fun. You have the kids, they want to do it, and they're just like, oh, I'll do anything. I'll try it. Boo, boo, boo. And when it came down to it, it was definitely weird. But definitely go check that out. If you type in class versus balut egg, you'll see me in my class do it. Triple J Aquatics was cracking. Any other questions for Ryan while he's still here, man? Road to beef patty, man. Have you tried mountain oysters? No, I haven't, RB, because I know what they are now. I don't want bull's testicles, but I do eat tripe, and I have had the occasional gizzard if it's prepared correctly. So, oh no, if you fry it and put it in some sauce, it might be all right, man.
That's why, like I said, with the seafood, favorite seafood is fried clam strips because you freaking fry them and dip them in tartar sauce, and
I've had fried baby octopus, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Same way. You dip it, you fry it, dip it, and it's not bad at all.
Yeah, like when I had snails, I had escargot, and it was like in like this buttery tomato sauce. It tasted like buttery tomato. I had ceviche octopus. That was just like weird. It tasted like a little eraser, like a little like ceviche, like the little tentacles were like chopped up in little erasers. But it was just like these things. It wasn't delicious to me, but
Right.
it was whatever.
I understand. While we're still on here, I want to air horn everybody that gave me the super chats for the day. Like I said, all those proceeds will go to the classroom setup. Before the students get in there, I'll be in there for 2 weeks trying to get everything together. I really appreciate everybody. And I'm going to start off here. HEPA Aquatics, thank you so much. Aquafunk Aquatics, thank you. Danikin Aquatics, thank you so much. I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm going up. Yeah. Am I still going up? I don't want to miss anybody. How do I check and see if everybody was on here? Everybody, thank you for coming in. Rikistan, thank you for your super chat and super stickers. Danny Weshy, thank you for your super stickers and super chat. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it, and I will get better at this the more that I get into it. But for me to have gotten monetized today, matter of fact, when I just clicked on it today, thank you all for coming through, man, and showing me this love, and I really appreciate you all. And like I said, you'll see my videos pop up a little bit more. You'll see more classroom vids. Hopefully I get some more nice interviews like with some more tubers so that you guys can get a great experience here, man, on Fishy Biz Aquatics, man.
Dude, man, congratulations, bro. Congratulations again. It's it's a lot of work. I know what it takes to put into it and crank out the videos and
sure. Yeah.
Well deserved.
I appreciate it, man. I don't see anything else. Ryan, next time you see Biz, you can make sure put them in the back of your suitcase. And I guess Joe isn't the smallest in the room anymore. No, Joe still is the smallest. Munoz is definitely the smallest. Daniel Velez, thank you so much. RB Animals, thank you. Everybody, man, the whole Busy Fish chat, man. You guys keep this thing going. I love it, man. I love all the questions that you give me and helping out in the hot spot. And man, just your appreciation and your support. So much love, one love, and everybody. I'm gonna head up out of here. Ryan, before we go, any things you got planned for your channel? Any big things you got planned for your fish room?
I got nothing too crazy. I just put a new rack in for some cold water fish. I should have some videos out soon. I haven't put out a video in a while. I've been filming a lot of stuff. So I have some cool tours coming out of some really neat fish rooms, as well as update on the fish cave that I filmed like a week or two ago. But the only thing is, if you're local, if you're going to be by Tampa, this is, I'm looking for my phone, but I'm looking at it. August, 2 weeks from tonight. That's what it is. 2 weeks from tonight, I'm speaking at the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society. I should have prepared for this. But 2 weeks from tonight, if you're in Tampa, come check it out. I'm going to be just a knucklehead trying to blab about bristlenose plecos. So it'd be cool to have some support if you're in the Tampa area. Tampa Bay Aquarium Society. This is TBAS, the number 1.com. And if you're not a local, check out your local, club. I think it's awesome that people get together online here, but to get together in person, if it's possible, be safe. But I think it's awesome to get to a club, get to, like you said, the ACA, any of these meetups, go out there and meet other fish keepers and spread the hobby.
And you said TBAS1?
Yeah, TBAS1. TBAS1.com.
There it is. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. It was awesome. Thanks for all the questions. Enjoyed hanging out, man. Appreciate you having me.
One last question here. Ryan, looking for a cold water bottom feeder recommendation. Current stock 40 gallons, some Danios, and some WC minnows and a Hillstream Loach.
I was going to say Hillstream Loach. If you want other thing, like a Panda Cory is a more cooler Cory. So those are literally, I got Panda Corys in that rack system already, and I got Hillstream Loaches. So as I was reading the question, as Biz was reading it, I was going to say Hillstream Loach. You can add some more. If you only have one, I'd say add a few more Hillstream Loaches or the Borneo Sucker Loaches. You can even go with a couple. But I would go with some panda cories also because they like cooler water, whereas like a stir-by cory likes the warmer water.
There it is. You heard it from the man himself, man. Ryan, again, thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate you, especially on my first live action monetized. This is going to go down in history for me, and it was happy to share it with you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad everybody came out and supported and showed the love. Like I said, well deserved, and this is just the beginning, man. It's exciting, and hope we get a chance to meet each other again. I mean, I know I'm not going to be in Chicago, Aquachella, maybe at Dallas, but hopefully we'll get a chance to meet up again.
Man, we'll pop up, man. All of my favorite tubers are in Florida, so we'll have to get it cracking.
Definitely.
All right. And listen, you guys, I'm out of here, man. And you already know what it is. Monday night, we'll be right back here and back in the hot spot, making it hot. And always remember, the best stuff is the wet stuff. And I'm out.